Greetings, fellow miner! Today we're gonna do a really important thing. Ranking artifacts in Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. Let's just jump into it for rock and stone. I did set up this tier list for you. You can find the link in the description if you want to participate as well. I'm curious to see what you could do with it. But before we start, I want you to have a look at this. It's really important. It's the base stats of all classes. It's quite important to check out. As you can see, the base stats are different for every class, which can influence your build. But don't worry, I will take that into consideration. So let's just start. We start with the Clipboard of Grudges. This gives you experience when you take the mages. Perfect to start. As F tier, it sucks. It's garbage. It's been upgraded, boosted, buffed during the last update. But it's not that good still. You don't want to get hurt that much, what's the point, Then we have the Experience Scanner. It's not that great. If you mine, you get a chance to get more experience, but the experience you get is really low. And if you consider at higher hazard, it's kind of difficult to find time to mine so you can make it efficient. Can be funny in specific build, but it's not gonna work that well. Then we got the Vita-miner Pills that give you a little bit of healing every time you level up. It's garbage as well. I'm sorry, it's not good. You can stack it up, but it's not that great. What's more interesting is the next one, the Red Sugar Cube, which increase your total experience by 2 every time you collect red sugar. I'll put it as a C. As a C, yeah. It's much better than the Vita-miner Pill, because the little extra health you get every time you level up, it's very minor. But you will be more likely running for the sugar cube so you can heal up. And you will use them a lot, so every time you pick some, getting some extra health can be good. Not gonna lie. The next one is the Gold Scanner. Give you a little chance to find gold every time you mine. I will put this as a C as well. What's the reason? It can be really nice when you start to play. You play on low hazard. That can be nice. You haven't unlocked that many artifacts. It's a little bonus. You play a build with the driller so you can drill a lot. Really fast mining speed. That can be nice. But otherwise, yeah, it's not that interesting, There's much better one. The Nitra Scanner then, oh, that's an interesting one. It's the same, but for Nitra. And I think this one is also a C, but I will put it above the Gold Scanner, because the Nitra has more uses. We'll see that later. I guess you know where I'm going with. Now we can look at the gold tipped bullets. I'll put that as a B. As a B. Every 5 gold you save, you increase your damages by 1. It's not that great. You can consider that you don't want to stack gold too much. But if you stay ahead of the curve and you don't fall below, you can keep your gold for extra bonus damages. Yeah, it's something I use often. It's not optimum, but it's better than some of the other one, you know. You can be like, this round I can save gold. Yeah, it's better than nothing, you know what I mean? Then we got the Nitragenic Powder. You want some? Oh, that shit's good. Yes, this is A. Why? For every Nitra you have, you increase your critical chance by 0.5. Critical chance is OP. It's the best stat. It's the best stat. So saving your Nitra to increase your critical chance is huge. If you pick up a little bit of critical chance when you level up, and you can save like some 50 Nitra, that's already a huge bonus. It's really good. Next we got the Diver's Manual. I would put this as an A. Really solid, really good foundation. 10% damage, 10% reload speed, 5% critical chance, 20% critical damage. That's one of the last one that was added, and it's a really good foundation. All bonuses, very good. That's like picking up like pretty much almost like 4 level of worth of upgrade. It's really good. Really nice to pick up early. Less if you pick up late, but that's still good. Then we got the Pickled Nitra. Increase your damage 2% and decrease your movement speed 0.5% for every Nitra you have. I will put this as a C. As a C. Yes, definitely as a C. Why? You can't pick that early. This will handicap you a lot. Because if you pick too much Nitra, you're very slow. It's not that good. You prefer early in the game to pick up the Nitra. Can be really useful if you get this at the last round and you don't have attachment Nitra. But it means that when you're fighting the boss just before and you have the supply pod that dropped, you haven't mined anything on the last level thinking you're gonna get this. It's very fringe use, very difficult to use efficiently. And it's really tricky to just like block yourself from getting any Nitra. It's not that good. No. Then we get the BRN Shield Belt. Explode in a ring of fire. Dealing damages and burning enemy when you take damages once every 30 seconds. It's not good. Garbage. I would say I would even put it as F. F, yes. F, but above all the other one. It's really not that good. It can be okay when you start the game and you don't play on high hazard level. But yeah, it's 1 every 30 seconds at hazard 4 or 5. I don't think it's that great. However, the FRZ Shield Belt, the one that throws the enemy, this one I put it a little bit above. I think it can be sometimes a lifesaver, but I would rather pick something else than this. Definitely. Next up, we have the BLT Ration Pack. This one, I would say is good. I'll put it as a B tier. Plus 70 max health, 2 life regen. 70 health is quite a lot, and the regen, life regen, it's pretty good. I think it's worth picking if you don't have anything else that's really interesting. I'll put this as a B. Definitely. Next up, the Popup Tripod. Increase your fire rate by 2%, reload speed 2% while standing still. Last 3 seconds, stack up to 15 times. That's also a B, and I would put it here. It's really nice, especially on hazard 2, 3, maybe 4 on the biomes that are not that hard, where you can afford to stand still. It's really nice if you do a build with construct like turrets or the seismic repulsor. That can be really nice, but that's only applicable to really specific builds, not in general that good. Really nice with an engineer, for example, or all the classes that use the seismic repulsor. Be careful though, for some class mods, for example the scout, the classic scout, you only have access to scouts based weapons, so you don't have access to the seismic repulsor. So you understand, it's not, you can use it all the time, but when you have one or like a turrets build, that's really good. Then we got the Squid EE5. Oh, this is la creme de la creme. This is the best artifact, in my opinion, by far. It's crazy. 30% critical chance, 100% critical damage, and minus 30% damages. You can say minus 30% damages is quite a lot, but you can easily compensate it with 1 or 2 level, but the 30% critical chance, that's a lot of level upgrades. So that's, to me, is the best one by far. Pick this one, especially on hazard 4 or 5. It increases your chances to finish, to successfully do your run by a lot. A lot. Then we got the Barley juice. Gain a temporary movement speed buff when you stand still. Yes, 5% movement speed, stack up to 3 times. For 3 seconds, up to 5 times. this is also... I would put it in the IRC tier. That also not necessarily go with like a turret build, but sometimes just standing still for, if you can afford it, for a few seconds to get that speed boost that allow you to move around the enemies. That's also pretty good. I will definitely say it can be useful. Not that bad. Then we get the Reflex Calibrator. Increased dodge chance while taking damage. Also, garbage. Garbage. Huge garbage. Not that great. Only really useful if you have like a scout recon mod. Otherwise, like building dodge is not really viable. It's better to build damages and critical strike than build a dodge. So I would not suggest you to pick it. Very specific uses. Next, we have the armor crease. It's a difficult one. I would put it probably as the F also, yeah. I would rather have like a burning or freezing belt rather than this. Again, really specific. It's, I think, better than the Reflex Calibrator, because the Reflex Calibrator is only when you take damages that you get like an increase in dodge. Here, when you move, it stacks up, but still, it will cap at like 10%. And if you don't have a class that starts with significant dodge, that's very small. It's not really interesting. Then we have the Pay2Win Console that was recently upgraded to drain 50 gold every 50 seconds to increase damages by 100%. I will put this as a B tier with a condition. One condition. If you pick it as your last, listen to me, the last artifact, it's really good. If you just before you're going to fight the boss, you pick this, and you have like a little bit of gold that you collected on this level, on the last one, easily 50 gold, that's doable, then that's really good. If you pick it early, that's a nightmare. No, never pick it. That's to be picked the last. I think there should be more condition of it, but I think it's pretty good. I like it. Only last, of course. Then we get the ammo reg. Ammo reg, I will put it as an A. Most people will put it as S tier probably, but I think it's worth an A. Why? 50% fire rate is really good. It's like legendary tier fire rate upgrade, which is rare. So it's good to have it. Minus 15% movement speed, that's a bit downgrade, but you can still use it quite a lot on most classes. You can compensate for it pretty easily, I would say. If you have a class that is very slow, not that great. If, for example, you have let me check this. If you have a gunner with the heavy gunner mod, when you already have minus 10% speed to start with, that's not that good. But for other classes, like the scout, which is nimble, he goes fast, he moves everywhere, that's good. Next up, we have the salty pretzel, one of the last one that was added. Increase your armor by 1 for every 2% of missing health. I will put this as a strong B or weak A. As a weak A. I think it's really good on higher difficulty level. Hazard 4 or 5, that can save your life. I tried it several times since it came up. I think it probably saved me a few times, to be honest, because that can be quite a lot. Like, you can go up to 40 something. Realistically, 40 armor is quite good. Really good. Especially when, as at 4 or 5, when sometimes, especially at like the lower stages, you take so much damages. That can be really good at higher hazard. Definitely recommend to pick it. If you are like on stage 4, that's the perfect, stage 3 or 4, that's the perfect moment to pick it. On lower difficulty, I would not pick it. Then, we have the MoCap. Where do I put it? Oh, it's quite hard. A tier. Like, would I pick it? Yeah, I would pick it every single time. But there's also should I change it then? Ah, yes. Yes, I think it's fair. Like, those three, I would always pick them. The MoCap increase, you damage it by 1% for every person health missing. If I have those three in my build, there's no way I can lose, right? It's awesome. No, I think I would bump the ammo rig here. I would probably always pick it. But if I have the squint, and I got the Nitra powder, or the ammo rig, I would probably pick this one. Those two goes really well together. Perfect match. Like, really good. This one, yeah. I think that's a pretty fair. Yeah. I think that's a pretty good tier list. That really encapsulate what I feel like after so many hours playing. I have of course two bonus ones. Not one, but two that we can use. We have the Croppa Boba flavor with real NO pearls. This is S tier as well. Take it. When you go on the deep dive, really take it. Really good. And then we have the PeptoBismor. PeptoBismor protects you against 5 symptoms. Everyone knows this. But it's not really useful, I will put it as a hef. That's all for today, my fellow miners. I will see you on the space rig. Rock and stone.